And hello there. This is the Work from Home Show. It's noon Central Time on Monday, and we are so tickled to be here today. Hi, I'm Louise, Lady Lou Dewey, and I'm the Baby Boomer Babe, welcoming you to our Work from Home show again today. This is number 26. We just love this show. And there's our Marian LaSalle. Hello, Marian.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day. Whatever time you happen to be watching this, I hope you're having a good day.
That and our special guest co-host is Jody Birnberg. Hi, Jody.
Hello, hello, and happy Labor Day to all of you.
That's right. I had forgotten it's a holiday for everybody but us. We just love to come on and see you. So maybe you're at home today and watching. That would be lovely. So, Marion, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, okay then. I'm really always very happy when Monday comes around, whether it's Labor Day or not, because I know so many people have been laid off or they're being threatened to be laid off. I know a few people who every week they go into their office thinking, is today the day that I get a notification that I can no longer work? So it's just scary, and we don't want you to be scared. We want you to be empowered. We want you to be able to work from home if you want to. And this is all that motivates us, is trying to help you find good, secure, solid work, whether it's your job or you get a job from somebody else. You can create all kinds of incomes. Even if you have a full-time job, you could have a side hustle. That's what they call them. It's a side hustle. And a lot of people turn their side hustles into their full-time work because it's so exciting. It's something they really like. I'll give you an example. If you are like me, and every time you take a picture and people go, wow, Mary, you should be a photographer. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm so good at it. I love it. But, how would I make a living? That's just not something I've ever felt like doing full time. But maybe I could do a side hustle. And maybe that side hustle could grow and maybe I could make it into a full-time job. So don't think just because it's a passion of yours that you can't make it a side hustle. You can't discount stuff just because it's fun. Because
Right.
people do too, that they do that. They say, oh well, I can't make any money at that. But in reality, there are people making money at a lot of different things that surprise the heck out of me. Lady Lou and I, she always helps me when I'm having a class or a workshop or writing a book, or it doesn't matter what I'm doing. She's always there helping me. And we're just surprised as heck every time we go into Patreon how much money people are making at the darndest things.
It is. If you haven't been to patreon.com, I suggest you go there, just poke around and see what people are doing and getting paid to do by the patrons. Oh, it's a monthly thing. Once they get started, they forget they're doing it, and then they never cancel.
Hi, Tina. Tina
Hi.
Kane says, hello, ladies.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
I want you
Oh,
to know that we are live on Facebook and YouTube, and then we also have a podcast that goes out under the Natural Curiosity channels. And you're more than welcome to ask a question or a comment. There's a little box on the side wherever you are, or maybe sometimes down below. I don't know, depending on your screen. And we'd love to have your input. If you have a question about maybe something you could do, we want to help you create a side hustle if you want to, or turn your side hustle into full-time work. We have ideas, we have thoughts, we have examples. And then we also want to be able to bring you jobs, because as Peggy Sue Skipper reminded me the other day, not everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur, Marian. That's what she told me. She goes, not everybody likes that. They just want to go to a job, whether it's at home or not, and they just want to be able to come home, and they don't want to have to deal with all that stuff, all those hats you have to put on, the marketing hat and the I don't know, QuickBooks hat and the, oh yeah.
It's amazing, though, what jobs are out there. And you may have a talent or a niche that you like. And if somebody says, "Oh, you're so good at that," stop and look, because you're going to say, "Oh, it's so easy. Everybody can do that." No, they can't. So look at the talents you have. Ask your friends, your relatives, "What am I good at?" And they're going to tell you. Because I did that one time. I sent an email out to a bunch of my friends. It has been 10 years ago now. I said, "What do you think I'm good at?" And I got the most wonderful replies from my friends. And most of them had to do that I was a people person. I love people. And look where I'm at now. Marian and I have put this together. We didn't have a clue that we were going to be doing this long. We started back in December last year. And here we are. We're still here having more fun than ever because we are people persons, both of us. She's
Okay,
got the
I want to make a comment about that because I started long before Lady Lou
yes,
joined me.
yes.
I had an interest in sharing what was going on in my life. So I even put my friend who has Alzheimer's on. This was early onset when she could still talk and make a conversation with anybody. And so I started doing all kinds of natural curiosity videos. And I found that I liked it and I loved it so much. I eventually asked Lady Lou to join me. So I've been doing this a long time at no pay.
Yeah.
Okay. But we have found that there is a way to create an income from doing this. Like Lady Lou, she does custom interviews. So if you want a custom interview on your channels, or if you want to, anyway, you talk to Lady Lou and she'll do custom interviews for you.
Yeah.
Now that's an income for her. Now we didn't set out for that, did we, Lady Lou?
Well, we never thought about it as a talent. Duh.
Right. She's a great interviewer, by the way.
Oh,
And yes, and Jody also does interviews, don't you, Jody?
Yes, and I really love them. It is something that I walk through my fear because I was terrified, and I realized that the camera and I are okay with one another. I felt very comfortable because I felt like I was one-on-one, even though it would be publicized to other places. And I love doing the interviews. I enjoy doing the background of it as well. You know, the video, the technical part, you know, the editing I found is really super. So it's been a really great, you never know. And thank you, Lady Lou. I have to thank her publicly because she has been such a great cheerleader for me and giving me such great tips and advice. And I really want to honor you publicly and thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Marian, for your wonderful mastermind group, for everything you share with us.
Yes. Well, I have to tell you that this Jody, we met her, I guess it was January, wasn't it, Jody, when you came to the first class? At least almost a year now. And she was kind of like the deer in the headlights, bless her heart. She didn't know any of us and we didn't know her. And she came to learn. She wanted to know how to do things on the computer. And we have watched her grow from doing nothing to where she's at today. And I mean, it's like 100 light years away from where she started. And you can do this too.
Tina says Jody is the bomb.com.
I love you.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
I have to remember that. Thank you, Tina. Thank you.
Yeah, but the Jody has taken off. She really has, like a boom. She's gone, and she's not going to slow up. Huh?
She had the motivation.
Yes.
So we do have her contact information going across the screen, but also if you're driving or you're watching this later, down below is a description. It gives you all her contact information and it's linkable, so you can just click on it and go to reach out to Jody. I think it's awesome to look at people and what they're doing and seeing how they're using their talents. And I love the fact, Jody, that you mentioned that you were nervous in the beginning. I don't think that was your word, nervous, but you said you were scared to death. Because if you have a passion for something, you can overcome that nervousness. You can overcome the fear of whatever it is that you're about to do. So
That's
I
a good
appreciate
point.
you. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. And also, before I started doing this, I made myself do just videos and just put them out there. I didn't know how to put them together. I didn't know shows, but I felt like, well, I just feel that that I want to help women get over this negative noise. And I knew that by showing who I am, it can help.
Yes.
And that's walking through my real fear of, putting myself out there, being vulnerable.
Right. And Tina is a big fan. She says success begins with authenticity, which Jody embraces fully.
God,
So
Tina.
I think I need to know Tina. She sounds like a good supporter, and we endorse that, and we encourage people to support those people that are doing good things in the world.
Yes.
And
we can all do that. It's so simple. Just a pat on the back, a cheer on the Facebook. Hey, great, congratulations. I mean, what does it take? Nothing. A couple of minutes. Cheer your friends on. It helps.
It does help.
It really does. And Tina's her own act, and that's a whole nother thing. She'd be a great guest. She is
Tina, you need to get a hold of Lady Lou. She's our scheduler.
She's a dynamic woman. She is really a dynamo. I really like her a lot.
Good.
I want to go over something that that you guys might have just overlooked. So Lady Lou says, I am a really good interviewer, but she doesn't like the technology part. So she does what she does and hires out the rest. So that's my favorite quote. Do what you do best and farm out the rest. Jody said she's fine with the technology. So she's doing both.
Yes.
Eventually, she may get to the point where she's too busy to do the technology part and she'll do what she does best, which is interviewing. But for right now, she's doing it all herself, saves money, and it does take more time. So when you do all the technology yourself, it does take more time. But if you're just starting out and you don't have that much money and you're thinking, I've got to do it all myself, that's fine. If you're good with the technology, then that's a great way to go. And I'm sure Jody would be happy to, help you overcome the fear like she did, because that's her sweet spot. Yes. Oh my goodness, we have 3 comments over here. I better see what people are saying.
Oh, good.
Okay. So Tina says that outsourcing is an ingredient of brilliance.
Yes.
Oh. So I will agree with that, Tina. Not everybody can in the very beginning. They have to start out doing everything themselves, all those hats we talked about. However, sometimes people like me, I still do everything myself. I don't know. However, I have used Lady Lou's talent in connecting with people. She loves to schedule everyone with their show. She gets to know people. That's her talent. She loves people and getting to the nitty-gritty about what it is that they do, what's their sweet spot. And she talks to them and pulls it out of them. And so I'm like happy because she's happy doing what she's doing. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. So even if it's not a money thing, you may want to either hire somebody or let loose of some part of your business. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tina says, and this is another good one, if one can't pay, find strategic partners and barter.
Absolutely. Well, Marian, you are such a great example of helping people that need to source out, because you can do the producing and you can kind of take that headache away from people.
Yeah, that's right. She did from me.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about creating your own thing out of your talents, out of your passion, but maybe you need some quicker money. Okay, and I understand that. Maybe you just got laid off and you need a job right now and you don't have time to be looking for something. So let's talk about a couple opportunities that we have found over the last week. Jody, I'm gonna ask you to tell them about 2 things. One is the elections coming up, and the other one is something that you're looking into. Tell us more.
Well, Being a poll worker. I have been a poll worker in the elections, and it is a really great opportunity. We have to go through certain training, which is about maybe 4 hours, they say it is, and then you get certified. And this, I'm talking about Harris County in Houston, Texas, because I don't know, this might be broadcast in other cities, etc. I can say that being a poll worker is a great gig. It's obviously short term, either it's for early election and or it's for the election day. The hours are long. It would be about 6:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night.
Oh.
However, yeah, it's long. However, it's a great opportunity to get money. It's $17 to $20 an hour. It depends upon what position. I wanted to be a poll worker, just kind of the grunt worker, I guess you call it. You can also become a precinct judge, where you would actually be in charge of the whole, getting the materials and everything like that. Being a poll worker really opened my eyes to how great our democracy is, and how there are so many details to it to help people to vote. Obviously, sometimes people forget things, and they might forget their ID or something. I'm not saying do it, please don't, because it's but there is a process. They bend over backwards so you get to vote. And not only that, if you are disabled, please bear in mind that you do not have to get out of your car. And a lot of people don't know this, and I really want to share this, because what you do, we set it up like there's a special little button you press, and it is, because it's legal. I mean, we are legally obligated. We bring everything to the person. They vote without us seeing anything, of course. And then there's an electronic way they do it, and then their vote is counted. Because I cannot tell you how much I just would cry when I would see these people that would barely be able to walk in the door, and they didn't know they didn't have to vote, come in and go through all that.
That's great right now with COVID and everything. Yes. You can vote by your car.
Well, COVID, now we're doing a whole different thing for COVID. COVID's a different animal. We both know that. That's a whole different animal. But just for anybody to know that, and it's good money. Hey, you add it up, $17 an hour, and you work, what is that, 14 hours? Not bad.
Wow.
Or more if you do it for a couple of days.
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful thing, and think of the nice people you're going to meet.
Yes.
So the link that I put in there, that's for Harris County, but I'm sure there's voting all over the United States. So I'm sure if you just look it up, you might be able to find it in your area.
Yes.
You had another one, speaking of COVID, you had another one for contact tracing.
Yes.
However, even though you were able to get certified and you can't find work yet. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Who told you that they needed contact tracers?
Well, for one thing, I was reading it all over the internet, and I was reading newspaper articles that said that they are desperate because the contact is it's vicious. You can have contact with somebody, it can pass so quickly, and people can get infected so quickly that they need people to try to catch up to who did you contact when. I mean, it's kind of a game of catch up, and hopefully you caught up with the right people.
Yeah.
And I went through this training, and it was very interesting learning about some of the details and the testing and the kind of tests they do, and the importance also of wearing the mask. No matter what anybody believes, that mask can prevent 39%. 39%. It can protect you. It's a bandage, but you know what? I'd rather have a bandage than no bandage. And Thank God, at least here in Houston, they have made it a law that you have to wear a mask. And I frankly think that it's only being polite and trying to save lives.
Now I went on the internet to Indeed, and they do have jobs available for contact tracers. Have you tried them?
Yes, I have. And I'm going to try again. A lot of times what I find, and one of the things I find in job searches, is that they list it because legally they have to. And I remember when I was looking for a more traditional job, I was trained and they were saying 75% of those jobs are usually taken. They usually have to post them because of legal, things. So you really have to get to who in the world is posting that job at Indeed, who's in charge of the hiring. And that's that's the research that I'm going to do, because I really, really, really love to do it. It's great work from home, and that's exactly what I would like to do.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's go on to a couple more, and then we're going to discuss a little bit more about creating some side hustles, because even if you get a job, it might not be enough money, and it might not be the end all for you. And so let's go into some of the jobs that I found this week. And remember, everything that I bring you has been vetted. I am not bringing you any jobs that are fly by night or illegal, or, I just, you know what I'm saying? There's people out there that, I don't know.
Marian, can I bring up one thing that is so great? Is that with the jobs, I remember it's okay to have more than one stream of income. And I know that you have said that before, and I know that Melinda Cooper has said that before, my mentor. And that is so vital, because I love what I do as a life strategist, but I want more income streams. And you have been a great example of that.
Yeah, I'm an example of what not to do. I have 5 jobs. I have 5 jobs, and then I just added a new one today. So it's like, okay, all right, Marian, enough's enough. But that's the type of person I am. I do get bored easy, and I like to do a lot of different things, and I love people. And, I don't know, what can I say? All right, the first one we have is a company that just loves technology. It's called CentryLink, CentryLink.com. And I have already the link down below this video in the YouTube channel that shows you. Let me take the banner off. We don't need that right now. CentryLink has work from home opportunities all over the country. And as you can tell, they have call center people, they have sales people, they have technicians, and I'm sure you wouldn't literally work from home as a technician. I don't know, maybe talking people through things. But they're really into veterans. They love their veterans. And they have global jobs, which I thought was really interesting. So that means they have training and the abilities to help you with multiple languages. So don't be afraid. Go into CenturyLink and search their jobs. There were plenty. I loved this website.
Love that. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yes. Isn't it a beautiful website?
Well, it's beautiful, but also because I speak Spanish fluently, I'm going to go in there.
Oh, yeah.
Hablo español.
Yay.
They love their people. They do training, and they have benefits. And let me see. I think I posted some of their benefits. Let me see here. Did I? Oh, they have tuition support, health and daycare, medical, dental, vision, continued training, paid holidays, 401k matches, and more. I was really impressed with this company. I really was. And since they're global and they're growing, they're going to need help. So don't be shy. Go over to CenturyLink. I believe it's jobs.centurylink.com, but the link is down below. Doesn't that sound interesting, ladies?
Yeah. Oh, I can't. I'm really serious. I'm going to go, especially with the global jobs. Sure. I'd love it if I could use my Spanish. That would be a blast.
Bilingual's big right now.
Yes, it is. I keep saying to myself, I'm going to learn Spanish someday. And I don't know if someday it'll come or not. But
well, speaking of a side hustle, Marian, I could teach you there.
I do have the words that mean the most. Senorita, margarita, siesta, fiesta, senor. The words that count.
Bien. Oh, of course. Especially at a Mexican restaurant. That will count a lot.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I even know the word for trash because, I've worked jobs where I had to go in, and in order to let them know it's trash, you have to say Brashura or something. Bashura.
Basura.
Okay.
Basura.
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 No
Basura.
R's in there, Marian. Okay.
You almost got it, though. It was beautiful.
Well, I wrote it enough time on boxes and stuff, so all right.
That's pretty
Oh my
cool.
goodness.
That's very good. You already know words. It's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness. We've got another Espanol.
Poquito.
Oh,
What does that say?
Yeah, I speak a little bit of Spanish. Ha ha ha.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where's the bathroom?
Oh, I need
Tina,
to
you
know that
are a
one.
card. Really, you got to get to know Tina. She is, and I'm getting to know her, and I really love her. She's just a card.
Tina, you must get a hold of Lady Lou and get on our show one day.
Yes,
Maybe
'cause-
both of you could come on at the same time. That'd be fun.
Oh, that would be a blast. She's
As
got
you can
quite
tell,
a.
we love to laugh. We just love to have fun.
Oh, of course.
If it's not fun, we're not doing it, right, Lady Lou?
right.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Well, it's important because if you're not enjoying your life, why bother? I'm going to make my life fun.
Right. Okay, I have another job. Now, this one I have personal experience with because of my friend Russ Johns, who loves to share different technologies, and he's always a beta tester. And so we worked together for years, and so because he was a beta tester, guess who he tested it on? And this was one of them. This company was brand new, and we were testing their. It's a for training. Okay, so it's called Loom. Loom, and they are hiring, and you can join their team from anywhere. Basically, what they do is they have a little round person where you go, and then you share your screen and you teach people stuff, and it's free.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be free forever, but it's still free, and this has been at least 5 years since I've known about them. So if you go to Loom, LOOM.com, you'll see, just look for jobs, and you'll see they have open positions, and they love their people as well. And look, it's worldwide.
Oh, wow.
I know,
I
Loom.
love this. This sounds fabulous.
I know.
Marian knows where to find these wonderful things.
Really, Marian, these are super.
Yeah. Well, Jody, give us a little background on yourself because we want to know more about you too.
Well, I am a life strategist, and what I do is I help get rid of the negative noise, the patterns that are the mindset that's saying, I can't do, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow. And I help people that are just in that mindset or that are stuck in fear, especially now with our new reality. And what I do is I have a program, and we go step by step in order to help them. And together we get rid of that negative noise so we can discover Magnificent You, which is the name of my company. And we really do, because I believe that the answers are all inside of us, as we know, and I help bring them out and overshadow the negative, because the negative really isn't the natural part of us. I think it's more natural to be positive than negative.
Mm-hmm.
So that is really my mission. My mission is really to help women change how they look at change.
And don't you have a way for them to talk to you before they become a client?
Yes, I do. And I do offer a complimentary 15-minute discovery strategy session. Please feel free to make a sign up at that Calendly. I think it's coming across the screen right there.
Calendly.com/Jody DMY.
I think it might be just Jody Discover Magnificent You now. I think I changed it yesterday, but I'll put it up. I'll put it up. But either way, contact me at jodybirnberg.com. And I'm happy to set up something with you, and we can discover it. Discover how I can offer practical strategies and offer you resources so that you can achieve your goals and your dreams.
Beautiful, beautiful. And most women, like say, for instance, you're coming out of a divorce or the death of a spouse, things like that, that just throw us for a loop. I've been there, I know. And Jody's there for you because she's been there. She knows what's going on. She's worked through it, so she can help you work through it.
So Tina has 2 more comments before we leave the show today. One is she's so excited to see Loom jobs available. Her 25-year-old son is going to be thrilled to see this. Thank you. You're welcome, Tina. That's why we're here every Monday, to help you find jobs, not just for yourself, but for your kids and your neighbor. And, you know, there's lots of people looking for work, let me tell you. And she says, did you know that you burn more calories by
Yes.
smiling rather than frowning? So there is that.
Absolutely you do. And that's why we're smiling right now. We're getting our exercise, Tina, burning the calories.
So this has been the Work From Home Show. You like my little sign? Let's see.
Yes,
Yeah, right
I do.
there.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, right there. We're here every Monday. We're live. But that doesn't mean that you can't get a hold of us anytime. So feel free to contact any one of us. We're very, very happy to talk with you. As you can tell, we're kind of friendly, and we really like what we're doing. We have we have a brand new newsletter that's going out, and it's chock full of cool stuff. Ricky McKenna has graciously given us some good recipes, and Eileen Dillon is giving us all kinds of different quotes and things, and Lady Lou has done a fantastic job telling you all about what's coming up, like tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. We have Dr. Emoto's assistant on talking about water and the research that they've been doing. Thank
With
you for joining
COVID.
us.
Got to see that
Thank
one.
you so much. We'll see you again real soon.
Thank
Thank you, Jody.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been a blast.
Good.